Hey my loves, welcome to In Sync. I'm Oyin and I'm here with my beautiful co-host
Victoria.
Esther.
I love how we're looking how are we looking?
This time we're
Sweet.
just different and it's sweet, nice.
Bad girls like us, we don't wanna trouble me, no one no fuss. Coming out of place, you not interrupt. I know that you watching me, you ain't gotta tell me much. No, I'm not cocky. My God, don't bless me. Oh, I'm so wavy. Oh, I'm so wavy. No, I'm not lucky. My God, don't bless me. Oh, I'm so wavy.
Okay, no, this episode, I'm actually very excited for this episode. Hence why I'm wearing this marriage outfit. Okay? It's about marriage and singlehood, singleness, everything. And we couldn't have done it without our lovely, lovely, lovely guests. Now let them introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, my name is Aura. I'm the co-CEO of Feldos Pastry Shop. And over to you, Michael.
Oh. Hi guys, my name is Michael. I'm an events and creative videographer, Grake Shots Media.
Awesome. How are you guys feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Feeling good? Give
Yeah.
me white and black.
Yes.
Is it Angel and...
An
Angel
angel.
and Angel.
No, it's Asia Angel.
Got it.
You got it.
Let's just go straight into it. This question is a question. I just want us to just go in, okay? Why do some married women or men, married people in general, why do they look down on some single people? Like, why do you feel? Have you ever experienced it where someone that's married, or maybe you've probably done it without even thinking that you've done it?
You want to go first?
Me, regarding that exact question, I don't think I have experienced anyone who I'm looking down on.
Mm-hmm.
I've experienced the opposite though.
Okay.
That people have treated me differently
Right.
because they know that I'm
You're
married.
married.
Yeah, because they know. I don't know, maybe it's the sense of responsibility that they're attached to being married. So they're like, okay, they take me a little bit more seriously. So I think that's my experience. I've not really looked down on anybody. I've not seen anyone who looks down on married people. But I know that's what I've experienced.
Yeah.
That people treated me differently.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Alright.
I personally have not experienced that. Being married now, I want to think that I'm still the same person.
Being married now.
I'm still the same person I was when I was single.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I do understand how it could seem that way because, during counseling, you're taught to, hang with like-minded people.
That's exactly it.
And I guess that can mean, you're hanging with more married people than you are single people. That does not, I personally don't, agree with that school of thought because I feel like, your single friends still bring something to the
Exactly.
table. So yes, I know that it's a thing, but I personally have not experienced that.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I feel like a lot of counseling sessions, well, I haven't been to one, but it's just hang with married people. If you have any problems, talk to your married friends. But it's like, okay, we're single, but we still understand some things. We can still give you some valid advice that will not break your home. So yeah, what are your thoughts, Esther?
For me, I guess for me, I don't have a lot of close friends that are married right now, but I do see how sometimes people who get married, they do distance themselves from their single friends.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that when I do get married and I do have maybe some people that are single, I can have that type of balance. Because I find that people, when they get married, it's just their marriage and it's like no one else.
In the bubble.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's time that we should actually be able to have a balance of two, because sometimes you want, I'm not saying you want to leave your marriage, but take a break for a little bit, hang out with your friends, and then come back. So I think it's all about balance, and no one should ever look down on you because of your status, because that's another thing too. Like when someone looks down on you because you're single, I know I'm in my late 20s and I do get the aunties or just giving me the look. Oh, you're still single. Like I went
to disease.
Yeah, like
you're sick.
I went to a life of celebration, and I was meeting a lot of old family members that I haven't seen in a while. And they were just asking how I am, and I was so excited to tell them that I got I got a new job with more money. And then one auntie was like, "Okay, so where's the boyfriend? Where's the husband?" And my mom actually got mad too. She's like, "Why? My daughter's telling you that she got a new job, more money, and it's like, why are you bringing that?" And I noticed that's like a big thing in our culture, this looking down on our singleness.
Yeah, and I think that in our culture we see marriage as like an accomplishment.
Yes.
Like even if you have, like as a woman, even if you have the career, you have the car, you have your own money, if you're not married, you're nothing. Where it's not true, right? So big ups to you, but like,
your mom.
For standing up, actually.
Yeah, big ups to your mom. Like, that's rare because the moms will look you agree.
Yeah.
So no, but awesome. So how long do you feel like a single person needs to be single for before he or she actually start enjoy being single? Because you can be single today and you're feeling lonely, you're getting those feelings, you're not enjoying being single, being alone. So how long would you say is normal for a single person to be single for?
I don't want to put a time stamp on how long, because it all depends on the person, the individual, and how you're able to move past. Maybe it's a heartbreak or, what you've been from, getting from point A to point B. Yeah. So, me personally, when I was single, I got to a point where I actually told God, I'm like, if you don't bring anybody to me, I'm chilling. Yes. I'm good. Okay. So you need to be able to get to that point where you're like, okay, I'm happy within myself, because I guess you have to, come or show up whole. If you're getting into a relationship. So going through the journey of wholeness, going through the journey of finding yourself again, because sometimes you'll lose yourself in relationships, finding what makes you happy, learning new hobbies or adopting new hobbies that will help you, find other parts of you that you haven't even explored. So I'd say you go through the journey of exploring yourself without even putting a time stamp on it, because you don't know when that is. But you'll come to that space where you're like, okay, I'm good now, I'm chilling. Like, I can look at my ex and feel like, hey, what's up? Because there was a point where I would be so aggravated and so mad. But like, when I got to the point, I think when I knew that I was fine was when I saw my ex, and I was actually genuinely happy to see him, not because I didn't care about anything that went on in our relationship, but it was just, it
is what it is.
It is what it is. It's the past is the past, and I'm in a great space now.
I like that.
Yeah, that's great.
Everything I've said.
Stamp approval.
Yes. And I also feel like it's important to surround yourself with good people, whether or not they are in a relationship with you or not. So many people don't have friends. Like, I don't know how they go through life not having friends. And I just feel like it's important to surround yourself with good people. So those people keep you feel like you're surrounded. Yeah. They keep you. What did I say?
Understand.
They make you feel like you're surrounded.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand.
Yes, exactly. So you're not lonely. You're single, but you're not lonely.
Yes.
You're single, but you're not lonely. You have friends.
They keep you sane.
Exactly, right? Like, a lot of people are just in their house, no friends. They don't. They have chased everybody away. Like,
and everything is
And then even back to what you said earlier, like, there are some people who do that in marriage, like doing the whole isolation thing. Right. They do that in relationships. You have a friend.
Yeah, that's true.
She just met this boy at the club yesterday, and
that's it.
Bye.
You don't hear from her.
Bye. So it's like,
until they have issues.
Why? Right. So it's like as much as you need your significant, your romantic partner, you also need friends. You need friends, you need community, you need Boys, girls, everybody.
Just come and gel
And
together.
the two things that you guys actually mentioned that I was making note of is like kind of like the preparation for marriage.
Yes.
Like you were talking about more of yourself,
Yeah.
loving yourself, understanding yourself, going to God, like, you know, like making sure I'm good. And then you're bringing up friendship and like making sure that before I enter this relationship, a marriage, that I'm surrounded by good people. So I think that's really good to make note of.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's like, okay, last year, it's like every weekend I was in engagements.
Right.
Engagements. Michael, I'm sure you recorded in a month. I'm sure you're a millionaire in that month because different proposal videos up and down. And it's like, I want to know, like, do you feel like, or did it even cross your mind last year, okay, these people, are they getting married for love? Or because it's like, okay, there's engagement today, tomorrow, next week, and it's more for pressure and not being lonely. Like, are people actually marrying for love right now? Or just marrying
Why are you
for the
asking
sake
me?
of anybody?
We
You guys.
have clients' confidentiality.
Obviously, don't obviously discuss
can't-
your clients now. Don't discuss your client. But do you feel like people are actually
But
marrying
yeah.
for love, or it's more because it's in the air right now?
That's a sticky question.
Yeah, I think it's hard for me to well, it's not hard for you to tell when two are in love, but some people are very shelled sometimes that when they're in midst of people, it's hard to tell that they're in love. Maybe they don't like PDA or like I've shot weddings where I'm like, yo, like
Kiss your bride now.
kiss your bride now. Today is even the wedding day, said kiss this bride, you know, but no, you know. So for those people, like of course they have their own way, you know. In fact, there was this one wedding that I did that I swear I was like, did they force these people to get married?
But sometimes it happens.
And then-
So maybe there's a
and
baby
then-
in between, and you have to.
No,
Yeah,
like,
it happens.
the funny part of that wedding is when you go to the speeches, everybody was talking about how in love these people were. I'm like, oh yeah.
But you guys, I can relate to that couple because I don't like PDA. I don't like to be affectionate.
But your wedding
But
day,
I'm just, even if there's if there's people watching, I'm just the same way. Like everyone's different. Like, because there's some people that be doing the most, like as if they're in a music video. Like,
they've been waiting for this moment, right? The world must see it. That's me. I'm that people.
Like it's hard to tell when people are in love sometimes in public. But like if you know them personally, you just know. So
I feel like some women, I'm not saying for all, maybe will like the wedding more than they want the marriage.
Go the next, yes.
So from that aspect, I can see that. So when I see a lot of people get engaged, for me, I actually get really happy. So I get really excited because I think engagements are so pretty. And I'm seeing people getting their engagement pictures. Now people are doing videos. And I'm just like, this is so cute. Like, I love this. But I just find that, like, I just hope that people are getting married for the right reason. It's not for the show. They're not trying to, like, make it look something.
Or it's not because of a situation that's pushing them to get married. I feel like that also
What type of situation do you guys think?
Let's say there's a baby, pregnancy, and the family forces you guys, listen, and they don't even know each other like that, or they're friends. It's like, okay, you guys, there's a baby, get married. That's a situation.
I don't even know why that is like
That's
so
still a thing.
celebrated, or you're forced to get married to somebody that you don't even know.
And there's a baby.
Like I get it, there's a baby, but come on. Like,
I think it's because they're trying to keep the family unit, right? But it's like, I think sometimes even if you guys have a baby together, you guys may be better apart with your own partners rather than trying to force a family. Because at the end of the day, that child's gonna grow up, have their own family. You guys are stuck together, right?
But it's like, it will even break before you get somewhere because you guys are not meant to be together. It's like, all you talk about is the baby. What else are you talking about? You're not seeing, and then maybe he steps out, she steps out, but it's okay. It's an open relationship, basically.
Speaking of friends, what I'm doing that I with my dating is I'm trying to be the friend first, because I think friendship is more important to me than romance.
Yes.
Because I thought it was romance than a friendship, but like when the romance was gone, I was just like, I don't think I really like you. Like, I don't want that funny. Like the love goggles kind of like went away from me. I was just like, I don't think that you're funny.
Like, I don't like you.
Right? So I think with the friendship, it's like, without the romance or with the romance, it's still fun.
Yes.
So I think that's a good approach.
Yeah.
And since we're talking about steps, I've noticed that people talk about how they will either live with their partner after marriage, or people either get married and then live with their partner. What are your thoughts when people say, I'd rather live with my partner before? Or which steps do you think is like you prefer for yourself?
You know, as a Christian, I subscribe to the school of thought that I'm not living with you until I get married. And I guess if you enter marriage with the mentality of this is going to work regardless, yes, you're gonna annoy me by leaving things on the table, but we can talk through that. Those are things that are easily like solved. So I don't think that anybody can be so messy that I'll say that's it, I'm done.
But some girls are like that. Maybe they have that strong OCD.
And the thing is, even in marriage, I didn't even realize I was that much of like OCD. Like I like things a certain way. But if it bothers me, I will pick it up or put it away or whatever. Like it's not a big of a deal for me. Like things like that don't really bother me. Maybe it's because of my temperament or whatnot. I don't really care about anything as fleeting as leaving stuff on the floor. Like, do you get? Like, it's not worth me arguing over, right? And if you're going in with the mindset, whatever, comes with you, whether it be good or bad, I'm accepting that. That's what I do means, regardless of whatever you come with, I'm accepting that, right?
Yeah. What about you, Michael?
I am also of that opinion as a Christian, but I also believe people should know each other as close as possible. As close as possible, right? Before they get married. If you want to live together, that's fine. I'm not really against that. But like at least like you should have visited each other's. I think that's base. That's like you should have visited each other's house to know how each other live. It's not my baby's coming today. Let me arrange. No. I'm talking about
surprise visit.
To see how they really live. It's not it's not the coming today. I need to put candles here and there. No. What's real life situation. Like I feel like people should get to know people so closely and so closely and before they can actually make this, and also like live together. Not only live together, actually experience life together so closely as well. That's
you guys are also being able to be vulnerable with each other as well,
and even stay a long time together. Because like there's some people who their relationship social clock is so short. They go out with their boyfriend on this one date. It's okay. I want to go home. Let's talk on the phone. That kind of thing. It's not going to work because your boyfriend is not going on the dates anymore. Your boyfriend is on the couch. You're sitting down there. You're looking at each other. What are we going to talk about now? So it's like.
I like how you mentioned though about getting to know each other really closely, because for me, Sha, Christian or not Christian, I don't support that, because I've heard so many stories where a couple will live together, right? Let's say 5 years, 10 years has gone by, right? And the girl really wants to get married. She wants to ring on her finger. But the guy's like, what's the point of us getting married now? We're already a couple, right? And within those years, they even end up having a kid. Okay, we're already living like a married couple. What's the point of what's the part of the wedding? What's the point of the paper? It's just a paper. Then they start to narrow it down like that marriage is just a piece of paper, right? So, but if it's important to you, then you need to put that on the table. Like, listen, I need to get married first before I live with you, right? Because you start to get, like your partner then starts to get really comfortable, right? And then they see no point in it. But Misha, I can't do it.
See, for me, my mom's gonna scream, but I'm sorry. I want to live with my partner before, but then my own thing is, let's get engaged first. So we have that ring. We know that we've set a date, and in my mindset, let's just move in together so we can also save. I'm not doing because, I want to see you every day. It's more, let's have a strategy. Let's just pay one rent or one mortgage, one bill. Let's put things together. That way we have that extra in our joint account or wherever account it's going to. So I'm doing that more as a saving strategy rather than, and I also want to know you properly. Because yes, we might spend weekends together. But it's like living with you. I want to get my brain used to saying, because with me, I like my remote here. Don't remove that remote. So I want to get used to, if you remove it, fight that urge to just say it's okay. It's okay. Or if you leave your plate in the sink overnight, just help it. Like, don't scream or whatever it is. So that's me. That's the only reason why I would leave my partner before. But then we're engaged. We have a date set. We know we're getting married. We've paid for everything. So we are walking down that aisle together.
I think for me, I just won't do it because I know I'm a natural. I feel like I just don't want to be doing wife duties for someone that's my boyfriend.
And you're not even watching it.
Because I know that I'm gonna be cooking. I can't be cooking for myself and not cook for my boyfriend. But it's like, where's the ring? Like, where's the ring? I'll be so angry just like cooking. Like, no.
But then
like,
wouldn't you do that when you're like in a relationship anyway without living together?
I was just about to say that.
Wouldn't you like want to cook for your man? Like, you want to like make sure it's okay. That's still.
I feel like the reason it will be different is because it's because we're living together. You get it more consistently. Like, I don't see my boyfriend every single day. He's not like, you know what I mean? Like. And it's not just the cooking, it's just the clean. I'm just a natural caregiver. Like, if someone comes to my house, I'm gonna cook for you, I'm gonna clean for you, you know what I mean? But if you're living, like, if you're my boyfriend, you're staying with me, it's like, no. And I'm also, and I also think I'm gonna be a little bit vulnerable. I feel like we'll be having too much sex. And I don't want that. So that's another thing too, the temptation. Like, you know, like, so, no, for me, I think it will be because it's like, I want to make sure we separate the sexual with the relationship, pregnancy, everything. So that's another aspect too as well. So.
So I did some, research, some statistics and that. In Ontario, in 2021, the divorce rate in Ontario is 42.1%. I think that's pretty high.
Yeah, that's
right?
high. That's
very high. And in your opinion, do you feel like COVID, the structure of how things change, like you're not going to work, like you're not actually leaving the house to go to work. There was that lockdown. You were literally 24/7 with each other. Do you think that had an effect in some people's marriages? Like, if I'm gonna bring one that actually upset me, I don't even know them. Megan Good and Devon Franklin. I'm like, what happened? I almost bought the book. So it's like, do you feel like COVID, the change in everything, and what do you think the problem is, basically? Like, do you feel like this is also down to people not marrying for love, and then they eventually just get caught in being together all the time?
A lot of people are so occupied with having a routine, having stuff to do. That's why when I meet people, they're like, "Yo, I'm so busy. What are you busy doing?"
Oh, that sounds like
I'm always.
It's alright.
When the business leaves, what happened? Right? So I feel like a lot of people are so caught up in routine work, or they wake up in the morning, 4 o'clock they go to the gym, 6 o'clock now the world has shut down.
Yes.
You're left with you and your partner. Now there's no 4 o'clock gym. There's no 7 o'clock train to work and come back. After 8 hours, you're in the house. The gym is lie down your mats and do your yoga there. Right? So now we have to spend more time together. And what are we going to say? What now? There's no. Oh, how was your day? To talk about
because in the house.
we were together in the day. My day was with you. You know the day already. What else? Now you have to bring up other stuff, and then it's also. I feel like it also depends on what both people's interests are too, right? Like, if two people are not interested in other stuff outside of the marriage, like, okay, maybe I'm interested in sports and you're interested in this and you're interested in that, you're interested in discoveries and all this kind of stuff. We can talk about that, right? But a lot of people don't have so many of this. So a lot of people have hobbies, things to talk about, what they really fancy. They're just so caught up in routines and work and this and that and Instagram that there's surface level, there's almost nothing to.
They care about couples.
It's funny that you said that because because you talked about how high the divorce rate is, right? I think obviously a lot of things can happen, and I honestly think that there are people who actually marry for love, right? But the foundation is what's so important, right? Like, a majority of my siblings are married, and they're always emphasizing in my head, like, make sure that you have a friendship, right? Make sure that you guys are friends. You're just not getting married because, okay, I love you, you love me, let's get married, you know what I mean? Like, let there actually be a friendship, because when it comes down to COVID, right, and you guys are both in the house together, you guys have no common interests, you guys have nothing else to talk about, then it's like you guys are just like roommates, and you guys actually deep, okay, why did we actually get married again? You know what I mean? So it's kind of scary, but
non-agreeable as this might sound, marriage is really a strategic decision. Like a lot of people don't see it. Everyone say, "Oh, it's just love. It's just love. It's love and strategy, right?" If you can love somebody so much, but they're not the person for you. You know, this person would not just work. You can see it. You know, you can love somebody so much, and you know this person. We die here. You know, you just know that this person, no matter what happens, you guys will work together. And I feel like that's where the other factors come in, right? To make your decision better, to make your decision more firm. Back to what I was saying about the whole not like growing apart and you know going so far off. Like if somebody's physically abusive, there's no way. You know, maybe there are ways that you have not seen it, but.
Yeah, you would have seen some signs.
You would have seen some signs.
Just the little
signs
you should have seen it, right? You know, or it's just angry. It's just angry. It's not just angry. What are you talking about?
He's taking his anger out on you.
Anger is different. You know, like stuff like that. Like you know, like but then sadly, if they're already here. Physical abuse, like you said. No.
I want to ask a quick fun question, you know, and this is actually to both of you because you're both married. You know, when did you realize that you wanted to marry your partner? Like, you know, from before the ring, before all of that stuff, like when you met this guy, did you meet him and then 2 weeks later you thought, this is my husband, this is my wife? Or were there things that he was doing or she was doing that made you realize?
It was a combination of a lot of things, but the one that sticks out for me was, it was early on in our relationship and we were on the phone. It was so weird. We were on the phone and we're, you know, talking, and all of a sudden my countenance was 0. Like I didn't want to talk. Like it was like having a mood swing on FaceTime. Like how are you laughing 1 second and the next second you're not having it? And I was just like, I gotta go. I'll call you later. And obviously he would be like, what did I do? Because we're literally just laughing. What is your problem, right? And I didn't talk to him for the rest of the day. He texted me, I didn't respond. I finally picked up the phone and called him. I just said, I needed my time. I just need me time. When I'm fine, I will come to you or whatever. And then next thing I know, I say good night. I'm sleeping. And then he's like, I'm downstairs. And honestly, when I saw him, I just felt better. Like I didn't even know I needed that. You know? So it was like, oh my gosh, like I need someone that knows what I need even without me knowing what I need, you know? So I just saw him as somebody that could love me in ways that I didn't know. And that was just profound to me.
#Ultimate. That's
wow.
How about you?
My memory is not as vivid as Ore's, but like people usually say, when you know, you know. Like I just knew. Like it just came. I just knew that this was what this is it. This is it. Of course, there was so many doubts with this. You know, like would I be able to have this feeling for this long? You know, because it's forever. Like forever is a long time. It's not 6 months. It's not 2 months.
It's forever.
If you live till 150, that's forever. Like 150 years is a long time. You know, it's a long time. Outside of your 2 years of relationship, you know, this is when a fraction of what forever is, right? So, you know, I thought about what if we change? What if I change? What if they change? You know, there was all of that questions, but deep inside, I knew like there was this rest that was just there, like this peace. This is the person. I'm like, you know, so I gotta get my money up. I go and buy this ring because this ring. Which she wants. It's a lot of paychecks.
That's beautiful. So just you know, another quick question. I'm just being very, very messy. Sorry guys. You know, I always hear, you know, married couples. It's like, you know, God spoke to me, you know, I got the conviction that this is my husband, this is my wife. Did either of you actually get that conviction? Because I'm very curious. Like I hear a lot of married people because
about to expose how much better God knows.
I didn't hear an audible voice.
I was not like, like, this is my
Yeah.
conviction. It's like I appeared and said, this is this guy here. Like I've always been so curious about it. Like, okay, am I not here going low?
Mine was the month I met the guy. That month I knew I was gonna meet somebody. I guess backstory. I'll make it short.
You can make it long too.
For a partner, I got, I finished my journey of singleness and being happy, blah blah blah. I knew I was ready. When I was ready, I told God, I'm like, I'm gonna sow a seed. And within a year, I want to meet this guy. I want to reap the benefits of the seed. Yeah. So I sowed the seed, and there was a time in church one day, 8 just came to me. And I'm like, what does 8 mean? 8, okay. And this was when I was on the stage singing, and it was like I was experiencing something outside of singing. Like I went to even watch the video to be like, was my mind not here? But I was singing, and 8 just came to me. I was like, well, okay, what is this? 8 meant August, and in August I met him. And once I met him, it was just like everything was just back to back, and I met him within the year of my seed. So I was just like, it has to be. It's a no-brainer, right?
Guys, I'm born in August. So August is a wonderful month, guys. That's all I was trying to say.
God.
August is a very wonderful month.
Everybody's journey is different, but I was very prayerful with it. As soon as I met him, I told my dad, because I wanted to be accountable as well. I'm like, this is not something I'm playing with. Like, if I'm getting married, if I want to get married, then I want to be intentional about my relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just laid everything bare. Like, this is it. Typically, I will not tell anybody that I'm dating anyone. But from day one, I was like, Dad, this is the guy. We pray. Go to HQ. Let them know. Exactly. So yeah, that was my journey.
Oh, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. How about you?
I'm not yet number 8.
What did you hear?
I didn't hear there was no vivid voice. Yeah. That this is the one.
It's different for everyone.
Exactly.
Of course, yeah.
For me, I think it was just the peace, and I think one prayer that I pray literally every morning is, wherever I'm supposed to be, that's where God should keep me. Right? If I'm not supposed to be there, just take me out.
Yes.
Right. So, I just I'm at a point in my life where I feel like everywhere that I'm at is for a reason. So even when we're in a relationship together and everything was working out well, the peace, everything was just aligning. I just knew that this was it. So there was no way God was going to bring me here.
Yeah.
And this is not it, right? But yeah, I didn't hear any strong man voice. Yeah, number 8.
But you felt it. You felt it.
I felt it. Yeah.
That's really good.
Peace is that another one.
That's if you don't have peace in that thing. Yeah.
And also I don't know. I feel like men knowing and women knowing
it's different.
It's different. It's a different experience. Right?
So I want to kind of wrap this up real quickly. Before we kind of close it. What advice would you give couples that are actually planning their wedding or about to get married? What advice, as newlyweds, what advice would you give them?
I think it's important to spend or invest in the marriage and not the wedding. Yeah. Because a lot of people are carried away with proposal videos, the kiss at the altar, all those things are fleeting and not important. You want to invest in your marriage. You want to read books. I feel like a lot of the times we study for a certificate, we study for going to school, but the one thing we should be studying for is marriage, because it's so hard and we have no clue, we're utterly clueless. So it's important that we invest in studying books, and not just the women, but both of y'all, because I know a lot of women are the ones that go to all this singles convention and all these things, but the men too need to be able to bring something. You need to study people around you with good relationships, ask the right questions, and just invest in what is important, because you will harvest what you invest in, really. So, yeah. Preach.
Michael.
Exactly what she said. Exactly what she said.
But from a guy's perspective
yes. Invest in the right places. But of course, if your dream, don't neglect your dreams. If a beautiful dress is what you want for your wedding,
get it.
Just if you can afford it, get it. If you can almost afford it, get it. If you can't really afford it at all, don't get it. So don't, of course, live your dreams and trying to make sure you're happy at every point in time. You don't want to look back on something and say, I wish I did this like this. Right? But as well, invest in the right things. Read books, ask for advice, go to counseling, and
pray.
Yes.
Pray. Put God first.
Pray.
Yeah,
have a community, a good community, great community. Your partner is not the honor and be all. They are not the only people that should be in your life. You need a community of people. You know, and there's only so much your partner can reach, and then other people take it from there. So it's I think that's usually the biggest advice I try to give people, because a lot of people, I don't know, some people don't have friends, man, but me, I have friends, plenty. Like I have friends. I can talk to my friends all day. I talk to my partner all day. Like there's
making time for everyone.
and everybody fulfills a certain need in your life. So dumping all down on one person is not fair to that person self. This person is not God. Even God self still send people to help himself with you, right? So it's just surround yourself with good community. Pray, counseling, invest in, read books, ask for help.
Expectations as well.
Oh my God!
A lot of people coming with
so much
expectations that you get
I've
from
seen
social media.
I've seen on this movie, Tyler Perry.
Pseudo reality. It's not.
I
promise you, you're not supposed to be. It's not rosy
all the
time.
Social media. Even when social media is real, it's not all. It's just a snippet, right? Even when it's real, it's not all these people are not always happy. There's fights, right? Of course, you can't post fights on social media now. Come on, right? You're only going to post the best ones, right? So it's highlights. So it's you can't go, oh man, they're in Cancun. They fought yesterday night, even in Cancun. You don't know that, right? But they're posting in front of that today. So it's
communication as well is key. Oh, it's so key. And I speak it because it's so fresh in my mind. What you perceive as the truth is totally different from what the other person perceives as the truth, and just talking it through. And so that the person you're talking to understands what you're saying, not just hears what you're saying. Really understand. Tell me what I just said, type thing. You know. So we're on the same page when it comes to communication and understanding what our needs are.
And don't people do this a lot. Don't think for somebody. If I'm going to say this, she's going to be mad. Say it.
Say it.
Yeah. Say it. Yeah. If I'm going to say it. This conversation might go like this. No, you can't manage conversations and resolutions like that. Just say it as it is. If they get mad, they get mad. That's the consequences of it anyway. Right? If it goes the other way, it goes the other way. You might get what you want, you never know. So with communication, big on not assuming and controlling what the narrative is going to look like. Women say what you want, men say what you want. Let's just leave it out here and then see if it's going to work. If it's not going to work, in whatever situation that is.
Yeah.
You guys are dropping gems.
I'm taking mental notes. I hope you guys took notes, because yes, they're married, they're happy, and they're being very real. So you guys take notes. But thank you guys so much. This was a very, needed episode. This episode is sponsored by S Drinks.
Yes, sir.
We needed this to refresh our memory.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. And thank you guys so much. And once again, I'm Oyin,
Victoria,
Esther,
Michael,
Aura,
and this is In Sync. Thank you so much for watching. We do hope that you enjoyed the episode and you actually took some notes. And it's okay to seek help in your marriage. Okay, there's nothing wrong with you. Love you. Bye.